Hello everyone, welcome back to alkaline hydroxide 784, and today in the digital tools series I'll be looking at Windows Video Maker. And yes, I know I don't really think that this is something people would actually need a video to learn because it's like supposed to be easy to use. And this doesn't exactly have all of the fancy features of actual video editing software that isn't freely given to you. So, and yes, outside there's like some helicopter or something going on, and I have no idea why. But anyways, let's proceed with it. As you can see, I am not in the video maker. I have it here, but I'll tell you how to get to it. You just need to search for video editor, or just look at it in your Windows thing. And once you find it, you can then open it. And yes, you can see I actually just literally edit all my YouTube videos in this kind of a place. Maybe I should get some other software, but okay, who knows. It's pretty recent, so yeah. So of course, to start, you of course need to start a new video project, and we have to name it. Or if you want to skip it, you can skip it, but I'm gonna name it something. What should I name it? Okay, let me just name it Orange. And yeah, next thing is you want to actually drag in whatever media you need. And for this one, I only need one piece of media, which is this video. And I can try to drag it here. You can technically drag some pictures and things like that too. So if, let's say, I took a screenshot of this picture right now. Yeah, so I saved it in this file, and I can now drag this into here as well. Okay, so we have two different media now, and I can now expand this. So as you can see, the first thing that we'll be looking at is how to edit things in here. So the main thing is whatever you upload will be here, which is the project library, and you can view it in any way that you want. And you can also use this to add, which will allow you to browse through your file to do it, or you can just drag and drop into this white space. And if you need more space, you can always click this arrow and this thing will become bigger. But for now, I need to drag this here. So I'm going to drag this here into the project, and I'll look at the picture later. For now, let me drag this video here. So yes, this video is 3 minutes 17 seconds and 76 milliseconds long. Is it 76 milliseconds or 76 centiseconds long? So you can actually move using this arrow. It will move 3 centiseconds every time, and that's about as much as you can. That's about the level of accuracy that you can go in terms of editing here. But actually, this is still a very short time, so it's actually fine for very basic editing stuff. And you guys don't really know what's going on in this video, so let me just seek it through for you. As you can see, I'm in Paint 3D, and I drew some weird things on a sphere and put in some text and stuff like that. And then after that, I just struggled terribly to figure out what was going on in this place. And as you can see, there's also a section in which I don't really want the video to show it. Let's say the part where I click the file and then something else appears and I don't want it to appear. So let me go back to the beginning. And you can see in the beginning, nothing much is going on. So let's say I want to cut it off at a certain point of time. So let me move until the point at which I actually create a square. So I want to cut it here. What's the best way to do it? Or I can either trim the video, or I can use split, because I prefer split. It just splits it into two parts. I can even fine tune it, maybe to a point at which I add a square. So around here, I can click done, and I can then delete this. So to delete the video, you can click this, and it will start from the part at which I add a square. the next thing to do is, well, maybe I want to add some, text or something to tell what I'm doing. So let's go back to the beginning of the video, and I'm adding a square. So let's say I want some text. There's a bunch of different options here. So trim is actually like this, so it looks like this. But let's go to text. So in text, I have this is where it gets a bit limited because you only have these particular text styles, and if you don't like it, then no go. That's why I think maybe it's better to get some other software. But if you're really not you're not gonna do this long term or anything, you can just use this. So first off, we should type some text. Maybe I'll type square, or maybe it's a rectangle with curve edge of corners. And as you type, you can see the text over here. So two things that you can change is the style. So this is simple. Let me just go. I click a different bunch like love. This is bold. So bold will play out like this. Fresh. Fresh looks like this. Poetry, electric. Yeah, that's that. Pixel kind of does that. Okay. So now if I go back to simple and I want to change the location, I can make it in the center. I can make it like this. Basically, like makes the rest of the screen darker so I can see the text. Goes to the top, left, right, whatever. Basically, these are the places where you can put the text. And the thing is, the exact location actually differs based on the style. So let's say here in simple is at the bottom right corner, right? If I change it to bold, let's see where it comes. Yeah, it comes in the middle of the thing. And if I use cartoon, it becomes even bigger. If I use electric, it covers the entire right side. So you can choose according to your wishes and needs. Yeah, so let's say I like this particular electric or maybe pixel. Pixel is nice. Yeah, pixel is nice. So I'm gonna go with pixel and click done. So now the beginning will show a rectangle with curved corners, which is being shown with a rectangle with curved corners too. Yeah, you can actually adjust the duration of the thing if you want. There's like the thing that change the duration, which I'll show you later. So now I'm going to draw something on the circle. And you can see in between I accidentally go to text. And I want to cut that out, so I can cut it out, but since it's pretty meaningless to do it here because I'm not going to do anything in this video, I'll just get to the part where I'm drawing the circle. Okay, so here I'm about to draw on the circle with some orange color, and I want to include some special effects maybe to make it more interesting, make it look like I'm doing some magic. So I'll move a few seconds before that. And then click something like 3D effects. 3D effects. So in 3D effects, we have two different kinds of things, which are actual effects here, which I don't really use in my YouTube videos, but they're pretty interesting. And we also have a 3D library, which I'll show you soon. So maybe when I'm about to start writing, like maybe drawing, you probably suddenly have like I don't know, a glow or a flashy something. Maybe a laser beam. I don't know, that sounds cool. The laser beam is hardly visible, so let's remove that and choose a different effect. Maybe breaking news that I'm actually doing this. Okay, so it came a bit too early, right? And I'm only drawing at around 20 seconds at this particular point here. So I can see when I start to draw. So I see that it starts at this point, and I can start the effect from here, and I can drag it. So this is the thing that allows you to drag it for a long time. and this will allow you to change the volume a bit. And this is the attach the effect. So I'll show you what it does. This is gonna load a bit. Okay, so now that it is attached to a point, what this means is if, let's say, I move this point somewhere else, it will probably make the thing move to a different direction. Alright, so we have changed the location of it. Let me see what it does now. So now it's at this location instead, and it's moving sideways because the way I moved it is the way I placed the location is different already. So the anchor is the point at which it is anchored to, and this thing will then move accordingly. So I don't want to mess around with this anymore. So let me first click done. And the next thing I can do is I'll continue playing the video. And yeah, here I am rather boringly doing this with a spear. Let me just fast forward a bit. And now I would like to, type some text. As you can see here, I'm typing some text. And maybe as I'm typing the text, I want to move the thing into the text a bit. So we do have something called camera movement, but don't expect too much from this because it really doesn't work all that well. And the difference between none and actual camera movement is barely anything. See, it very slowly moves into the... So for this, you would need a separate video of like 10 seconds or something for it to actually be visible. So yeah, I guess in order to do that, let me first like cut out a section of video at the end. So maybe around 40, right? Or maybe when I'm actually swiveling the thing around. So 43, maybe here. Okay, so I'm gonna split it up around 10 seconds while I'm swiveling the thing around. Right, so this is about 10 seconds, and I'm gonna add the motion here. I wanna focus on the center, so let's do that. If you were to play this, it would move into the center slowly as I am doing this. You can see this is the extent of the motion here. So for the text, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to add another 3D effect maybe, and also add some sound. So I'm typing the text, and maybe the 3D effect is, instead of the effects, I'm going to go to the library in which I can maybe I put I like the costume. Maybe the spear suddenly has a mouth and is screaming the text out. So this thing is like a 3D object, so you can swivel it around, you can do all kinds of things with it. I'm gonna adjust it so that it fits the spear here. make it a little bit smaller so that it kind of makes some sense. You can rotate it this way or this way as well. I don't want to do the attaching thing because that's pretty boring. So there's a different bunch of, animations that you can do. And obviously I don't like the volume, the sound here. Um, maybe it hops or something. I don't know. Okay, that's weird. Oh, okay, that makes more sense. So I only want this to happen until the hello world. So I'm gonna just click done here and we have a random mouth thing moving there. And now, things are getting a bit boring here. So let's fast forward a bit. Maybe as I'm about to change the color, we'll add some voice. So before that, maybe we can, I don't know. Actually, there is an option to add background music. But I'm not gonna do this because it will do it to the entire video, but you can add some music. So you can play so you can play these sounds and decide what you want to do. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm instead gonna add my own music, my own sound, which I'll show you later. Wait a minute. Okay, so as I'm about to turn it, maybe let's say I want to time it to 1, 2, 3, and then I want to turn it. Okay, so I want to align the video to this point, the audio to this point, that once I say the number 3, it will turn the thing. So what I can do is I have something called custom audio, and I can add an audio file. Okay, so like previously you can actually drag and drop it here, or you can click here to add the file. So once I added it, you can see that it aligns the beginning to this part, but I want to do it to the end. So I can just move this, and here you go. And you want to know what it says, right? So as you can see, I don't really like the sound at the beginning. So I can, make it a bit shorter. Okay, it seems like I definitely missed the timing. So let me first edit the audio a bit. And the point at which I turn this, oh, oops. Okay, so now I want it to, okay, so as you can see now I have aligned it. Okay, obviously I haven't aligned it. But the thing is I can try to align it to a specific point. And this is the point I want to align it with. So in order to do that, I managed to align it. So yeah, you can just, so the things here that you can do is adjust the length and align it to this marker here, which you can move any way you want. Yeah, so I think we're done. Now all that's left is to cut off the extra nonsense that's here in this file. Yeah, that's about it. And once I'm done with the video, I can click something called finish video. Before that, I'll just go through what else there is here. There's something called filters, which will allow you to add some extra fancy stuff. I can make the thing look a bit different. That's filters. Another thing you can do is change the speed of the video, which will make it a bit weird, so let's not go there. Another thing is to see what are the black bars. So if you don't like the black bars, you can just remove them and it will expand it to that. But if you want to see the entire, that video rectangle, then you should click shrink to fit so that the thing will actually be fully visible. You can also rotate the video. You can delete things using this trash can thing, and there's other things where you can remove all. Yeah, so the final thing I want to do is to add a title card. I'm going to do it to the end because if I do it at the beginning, the audio will get cut off. So instead of clicking add a title card, I'm just going to add this to the end. So this thing will default give you a 3-second thing, but I can change the duration using this. So I can make it 7 seconds, I can make it 1 second, and yeah, that will allow me to change the duration that this thing appears. Yeah, so that's the difference between this thing and that thing, and you can still put it in the text, motion, 3D effects, and etc, etc. So once you're done, you can see what is here. Here there's a duplicate project, backup project. There's themes which will allow you to edit the video with a certain theme, like maybe some notebook vibe or something. There's also a landscape thing here, like the ratio of the video, and you can send feedback and the settings. So once you're done, you can click finish video, which is this option. So you can select the quality, which is either 540, 720, or 1080, and you might as well just click the 1080 because you can. And I highly recommend that you select this because otherwise it sometimes doesn't work. So make sure that you select the hardware accelerated encoding because otherwise the video may not even save in time. So yeah, just click this and then click export. And what it will do is so once you export it, like to export you need to save it in a file. So I can save it into the same file that I was using earlier. I click export, and then you will see this bar which will complete on its own. Okay, so since this video is quite small, it will basically export very quickly. I mean, not by very quickly, it's actually not that quick, but it is relatively okay. You can just watch a YouTube video and it'll be done by then. But if your video is like 30 minutes or 40 minutes long, then it will take a while. It's better to not do anything while waiting for it to export. And once it exports, it will play the video like this. It will ask you whether there's any issues, and you can just check the video on your own. So you can even see the video effect here, and maybe this point here that you would like to see. So the wiggling, the wobbling mouth thing, and then oh, this is a little bit too late. Wait, let's move a bit earlier. Okay, so are you ready for it? 3, 2, 1. Yeah, so as you can see, the effects that we have put in are actually in the video. You can see it fully. And breaking news is also here. Sometimes the effects may not properly appear, so make sure to check your video fully and carefully to make sure that nothing is, suddenly disappeared or something like that. Make sure that everything is translated, like put in there exactly as you wish it to be. And this is especially if you have a long video. If your video is very long and you put multiple effects, sometimes one of them will just not appear. So be very careful about that when you do your video. Yeah, I think we're done, and you can then do whatever you want with the video, I guess. Of course, I'm not going to do anything with this because this is just a test for showing how to edit the video. Yeah, that's about it. I hope you find this video useful. And as a matter of fact, let me just, add in some text over here. I'll put it in the center. Yeah, I can see it suddenly becomes a different color. Yeah, so if you find this video useful, please press the like button and subscribe. And with that, I would like to say thank you and bye.